welcome to the Lighthouse for today's Qigong gathering. I'm delighted to have this time with you. And of course my dog, she also came in to say good morning and hello and welcome. So welcome from Philippa as well. So beginning right away, take a nice wide stance and bring your hands in front of your shoulders with the palms facing away from your body, and open up the feelings in the soles of the feet, particularly in the balls of your feet, and open up the feeling in the eye of the palm. And we're going to begin by pushing mountains for a moment. So push and then draw back. Draw back. Okay, so you're going to stay with this, and I want you to really explore what's called the Da Ling point, which is the tip of your middle fingers. We're going to be utilizing this point off and on in this morning's flow. So when we activate and include the Da Ling point, it has a really soothing effect on the Shun, on the spirit. So we're bringing breath, body, and spirit into an exquisite participation. Bear with me here for a second. My dog just brought a tennis ball into the room and wants to play, and that's going to be super distracting. So no tennis for now. Body, breath, and spirit, and the Da Ling point, okay? So exhale, and then inhale. Exhale. Of course, she found another ball, and inhale. So staying with this. So creating a big enough container, create a huge tent for yourself, for the experience of the practice and for the experience of everything that you're processing right now in this last day of our APT training together. You are in transition. We're all in transition. So just pulling the chi through your soul body, pulling it through the three minds, through your negative mind, positive mind, and neutral mind, pulling the chi through your physical body, pulling the chi through the arc lines. There's an arc line that's found in along the lines of the feet, along the lines of the nipples, and right along the base line of your earlobes, pulling the chi through those arc lines, pulling the chi through your electromagnetic field. Bear with me again here, just stay with this. The dog found another ball. Sorry, you can't play with that right now. Through the electromagnetic field, pulling it through your subtle body, and pulling it through your radiant body. So pulsing the Da Ling point just ever so slightly. It doesn't even have to be visible. Pushing mountains. Let yourself feel all the feels as we are in the transition time, as we're in the gap, as you prepare to find wings for the practicum that will follow. And there's a power and a medicine that's needed when we're in the transition, any kind of transition, and when we find ourselves in any kind of gap, right? We want to be imbued with those virtues of wisdom and benevolence, courage and patience and sincerity, threading it through. Just 3 more pulses here. Let yourself be a student of what is moving through you and what is being taught through the person that you are. Let yourself be a student of what is being taught through the person that you are, the remarkably unique person that you are, and the way that that will inform the creation process of your practicum to follow. So anything and everything that's not part of your original Jing, anything and everything that's not part of your original innocence, create a pathway for its perceived or experienced as a bondage code, let it too find its exit door so that you are impulsed, so that you are driven, so that you are nourished by codes of clarity from the center of every cell in your system. Strengthening the muscle of attention in these moments. Dog really wants to play. I don't think you can see her, but she just brought a pig into the room now. So, go ahead and bring the hands down. You know, and I feel like she's a little teacher for us right now as she's breaking the neck of this pig and flipping it all around. As practitioners and as people out there in the world and as leaders, we cannot forget the essence of playfulness, right? And so when we pulse the Daling point at the tip of the middle finger and we soothe our spirit, then we can be that island of excellence, but we can also have an incredible levity, lightness of heart. So, watch here. We're going to start with, I was promising last evening that we would be practicing some animal frolics. So that's what we've got on the menu for today. We're going to begin with the dragon. Watch, I'm going to demonstrate, and then we'll do the thing together. So. Okay, so I just demonstrated one side. We'll do the dragon, of course, on both sides. So begin, please, by standing on your right leg. Empty cup. And bring the right hand on top and lift your left knee while bending the right knee. Just find this feeling for a moment. Draw the navel in and step the left leg out to the side. Heels in, toes out, and sink the chi ball. And pack the chi here in this moment into your lower dantian, experiencing it as a luminous blue pearl in the lower belly. Now we're going to fan the left hand back at the level of the shoulder, and we're going to reach the right arm up alongside the right ear. Both palms are facing up. So my left knee is in a deep right angle bend. And now I'm going to really pulse the chi through the kidneys here as I set my gaze and my left thumb. And then come back through to center. Sit down into the squat. Remember, this is a morning practice. If you need to stay high and bright, that's by all means acceptable. Now we're going to bring our right leg in and bring our left hand on top. Okay? So, take a stand on both feet. Standing only now on the left foot. We've got our left hand on top. Soft sense of strength in the ball of the belly. And really feeling your girdle vessel, your daimai, radiating an immensity of life force. Feel the pelvis full of chi. Now step the right leg out, heels in, toes out. Press the chi down and pack it into the lower dantian. Inhale. Enjoy this moment here. Now we'll take the right arm back at the level of the shoulder, and the left arm is going to arrow straight up alongside the left ear. Both palms will be facing the sky, okay? Right leg is in a right ankle bend. Now, if you can, look back with the gaze towards the right thumb and thread just the gentlest pulse through the low back. Really working with the whole girdle vessel here, working with the whole daimai. Twisting, relax your shoulders. Now the left hand and arm are going to be really drawing out that diagonal force, returning to face forward, Press the palms to face away from the body. I see I'm gonna need to evict the pig from the room here in a moment. Oh, animals. Clearly I called it in by asking everyone to pay attention to their animal friends while practicing. So please bring your left hand on top and your right hand on the bottom and draw it in, having just moved through the dragon medicine. The frolics, these are frolics for a buoyant heart. So take both hands down now, alongside your body, and then kind of fan and feather all 10 fingers to face forward. All right, so moving right in to some medicine for the liver. So watch, this is a really similar point of origin in the form, similar to dragon, but then it's got its own sort of mastery. So watch, I'll demonstrate, you can just visually absorb it, and then I'll talk us through and we'll do it all together. So similarly, I'm stepping in and I'm working with my navel power, drawing my navel in, bringing all of my courage and patience and wisdom and sincerity and benevolence into every breath. And then I'm going to step my left leg out to the side, and I'm going to fan my left arm back. I'm kind of plugging my, oh, I just promised I'd do it without words, but here I am doing it with words, so clearly that's called for. So right thumb into the left armpit, and I'm twisting. All right, and this is where it gets really good. So now I'm going to scoop the chi with the left arm. And now my left hand and my right hand are checking each other out. And I'm going to shift my right foot so both heels are pointing in and all toes are pointing out. And I'm going to push. Oh my God, this is a liver-loving form. And now I'm going to take my left arm down. And I'll step it in. Okay? And we'll do it on both sides. Remember, the power of homeopathy. Work with whatever components are available in your beautiful body this morning. Okay? Make it your own. Work progressively. Practice patience. Honor every transition. Okay? So, let's take a stand, please, on the right leg. Bring the right hand on top and draw the left leg in. I've got a bend in my right knee. Now I'm going to step the left leg out, touching the big toe to the floor. And I'm plugging my right thumb into the left armpit. And I'm fanning my left arm back. Pulling the spine up and out of the shell of the pelvis. Pulsing the chi through the liver. Good, now bring the left arm and hand behind the left outer thigh. Take it out to the side. Orient your right heel in, all 10 toes out. Palms of both hands are facing each other. Stabilize here. Pack the chi into your middle dantian now, into your heart. And I'd like for you to work with a healing sound every time you exhale. So take 3 of those sound cycles while I remove the pig from the building. All right. No more pig in the house. All right, did you take 3 of those healing sounds? Now we're going to push with the left hand alongside the left ear, up alongside the head, all the way through. Liver-loving exercise. Now, if you can, drop your head back and look beyond the left index finger. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now take the left arm down and out. We've got the left hand on top. Take a stand on the left foot primarily as you then pull your right leg in. Ground the hands. Fan the palms to face forward. Where there is free flow, there's less pain. Where there's no free flow, there's pain in the body. So as you explore the same leopard form on the other side with the healing sound and with all the power of the posturing, facilitate as much flow as you can in the tissues of your body. Floss your fascia with those gentle pulsations, and really then thereby harvest as much of this miraculous medicine that is the Qigong. Bring your left hand on top, please, and take a stand on the left foot. Bend the left leg a little bit. Find the buoyancy in the ball of the belly. Align yourself, align your spine with the clarity codes, with the original Jing, with your original innocence. And with a buoyancy of heart, right? Do you have a smiling heart? Do you have a light mind? It never ceases to amaze me how even just a couple of these forms move so much density. Take the right leg out, touch the big toe, and slide the leg a little bit. And fan the right arm back. The left arm is going to pass in front of the heart, and then we're plugging the left thumb into the right armpit. Physically plug it in. And then become aware of the Da Ling point at the tip of each of your middle fingers. And through the gentlest of flourish in the middle finger, explore and experience how you're soothing your spirit. This is such a necessary quality when we're in the transitions of life. Looking back one more time here to the right pinky finger. Now pass the whole right arm behind the right thigh and take it out to the side. Transition your left heel to face in, and now both palms are checking each other out. And let's take 3 cycles of the healing sound here again. It's shoo. Okay, so inhale. So we're practicing a leopard form. Really come into that feline-like quality of power and potency. Feel your Agni. Make sure you're on mute. All right, this is the end of this part. Now we're going to push. Make sure you're on mute, please. Pass the right arm up and overhead. And look beyond the tips of the right middle finger. Take 3 more cycles, and if you need to stand up taller in it, go for it. 3 more cycles of the healing sound. Inhale deeply, please. And then bring the right arm down and out. So beautiful, right? Right hand on top, left hand on the bottom. Hold the ball. Pack the chi in the middle dantian of the heart in this moment. Fan your breath through your body. Step your left leg in to join the right. Ground both hands. Developing your muscle of attention. This information age, this age of living and working digitally, is designed, even if it wasn't designed, it is very effectively distracting us all the time. So when we're practicing, when we're in the powerful sacred space of practice, we want to work that muscle of attention. All right, moving right along to tiger. You want to really know your roar when you're doing this particular form. So I'm going to demonstrate it without words. I promise I'm going to remember to do what I say I'm going to do. So watch. Alright, so that's tiger. So take a stand with me. So I want to articulate a point that is, well, first of all, I want to say that you're really working with your lung meridian in a big way when you do this particular tiger form. So that's really important for us right now in this COVID era that we're in. So recognize that what's getting addressed in all of this kind of stuff is the lung meridian, okay? And you're also working with the wind point here in all of the shoulder actions. This is the guide pig. So you want to really be aware of, you know, the spinal undulation and the free three-dimensional movement of your shoulders as much as possible. And to offer the wind of your breath into the wind point of the guide pig. Okay, so, oh, one last thing. As you exhale, we'll do this a few times, but I would like for us to also work with the medicine sound, the healing sound of siu, siu, okay? So I'll introduce that here in a moment. Stand first on the right leg, bring the left leg in, and now find your tiger mudra. So we're bending the first segment of all the fingers like so in a really ferocious, tiger-like way. So we're bringing the leg in, and then we're gonna step it out. Now settle, similar to what we were doing in the very beginning. Settle the hands in front of the shoulders. Inhale, and then exhale. Push your tiger paws forward. Collapse through the spine without hinging. So keep the spine upright, but bend, massaging the liver meridian. Now look forward into the space between your tiger paws and make outward sweeping circles with the paws. Now the backs of the hands are pushing forward. The shoulders haven't moved off the back, but they've moved rather down towards the earth. Now take the arms up and out and pike the elbows into the sides of your ribs and look back. Pull your shoulders together. Work with the gut pain. Now look forward. Tiger paws to face the earth. Push down. Siu. And then take the arms back behind you. Even if they can only lift like an inch, no worries. Take the arms back. And then make a circle with the tiger paws. And now bring the energy forward. And bring the hands, the paws that is, back in front. So push. Look up, circle the paws out. Press the back of the hands to face away from the body. Now lift the paws, come into right angles. Inhale, exhale. Elbows in. Inhale, exhale. Palms, paws to the earth. Inhale, lift the tiger paws. This is a medicine form for releasing grief. What are you releasing in that realm? What grief are you letting go of? Circle the paws, inhale. Work the lung meridian, open the heart, a buoyancy of heart here. And inhale. Inhale, circle your paws. And I love that we're doing this form for releasing grief because this is a beautiful mantra that just came on that is for relief from sickness, you know, and there's so many, we've got the mind virus going on, we've got the COVID itself, there's so much that we're working with in this sick cycle. Inhale, 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 and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift the tiger paws back behind you at a deep diagonal. Press the palms of your hands away from your body so there's a powerful flexion in the wrists. Inhale. Circle the paws. Exhale. And then bring the hands back in front of the shoulders and step the feet back together. Bring your hands, one hand, bring your left hand to your belly and your right hand to your heart. And take a moment to simply be exquisitely present to yourself. Exquisitely present. So, we're going to open the compass of the heart here in this next animal frolic, which is crane. So watch here. I'm going to demonstrate and then we'll practice it. I hope you're feeling great. I love these animal frolics. They're ancient. The ancient, medicine rebels have been practicing these forms for centuries. And they're still relevant in our biology because these sacred spaces called the human form haven't changed, right? So these forms, they're worth keeping in the tool belt. Watch. Maybe you want to stay here. Maybe if you're like, oh my God, she's kicking my butt this morning, then stay put. This is crane. Open the compass of your heart. Open the compass of your heart. Work with the sound, the healing sound for your heart. Oh my goodness, it relieves so much excess. And it nourishes if your heart is feeling deficient or dehydrated in any way. So stay here or take that beautiful crane leg forward and then out to the side. Maybe you just want to take it down low to the side. Or maybe you want to take it out on the level of the pelvis. And then we're going to take the crane leg back and flex through the hands. And take flight here for one beautiful moment. And then bring it in. So, let's do it. Crane. We will practice on both sides. So inhale, please, standing on the left crane leg, and find the dignity and stature of your very supple crane spine. We want to decrystallize our spine through these practices. Open your wings. Open the gaipe, the wind point between the shoulders as the arm wings are spreading out. Stay here, inhale. Working with the healing sound, send the medicine of the sound on the breath through, let it branch and pattern through the terrain of your body. Stay here. Of course, you can drop the foot and lift the foot, otherwise extend the crane leg, dancing crane, and bring the leg out to the side, and then back behind, and then dancing crane for a moment. Inhale, inhale, inhale. This is so good for the medicine of the heart. Open the heart, buoyancy of heart. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bring the right big toe down and bring the hands forward. And standing now, please, on the right crane leg. Make yourself a wonderful landing place for Qi. Incredibly hospitable. Lift the left crane leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Feel the dowling point and the tips of the middle fingers. Nourish and soothe and stabilize your spirit. staying here in this beautiful place, or take the dancing crane leg forward, or pass the crane leg to the side, and then slowly back. Orient the hands, the ends of your wings, so the palms of the hands are now facing away from your body. Push. Open up the wind point between the shoulders. You are doing great. Stay as deep in the flow as you can, an absence of resistance. Fluid power, even in this stabilized moment. Feel rivulets of flow as your inner body is thawing out, waking up. Now bring the left crane leg down, full of this original innocence, this original jing, and bring the hands in front of the body, and then pack the chi here in the lower dantian. And have a moment of wu wei, sinew, metamorphosis. So, I want to take us into a different dimension here. This is still an animal frolic, and this is bear shakes off its paws. So I want you to watch, please. This is going to be draining your spleen. So I've created a cascade of forms for us this morning that are really strategic to help lift up your immunity at a lot of levels, from the inside out, for yourself, from within yourself. So have a look. I love this form. It's big medicine. I'm going to take a nice wide stance to begin with. I'm going to do it without words. So, could you see how it's shaking off my paws? And I've got my paws in fists with the thumbs on the outside. And I'm curling my fists in towards my heart. And then I'm tipping, so it may look like I'm tipping like this, but as much as possible, as I come into this tipping, I'm still trying to preserve a stacking of my kidneys, a stacking of the rib cage, a stacking of the lungs, so that I've got a side bend versus a kind of forward bend going on, which is what's going to activate the draining of the spleen. These draining forms are so important in this COVID time. I cannot emphasize it enough. Okay, so one last thing that I want to speak to, and then I'll do it. So I've shook the paws. Now I'm going to curl my head for a moment's time in towards the middle dantian of my heart. And then I'm going to look forward and look back. And then like that fearless bear, come through the center and shake it off on the other side, okay? So there's a lot of warrior medicine in this. Shaking off the spleen. Why? Because worry is a poison. And I say this stuff like I'm not subject to it, but I know firsthand what happens to the biochemistry when you're worrying a lot. I'm Italian, I have to worry about things. When you work with the medicine of the spleen, you're rinsing out, you're normalizing, you're down-regulating the energy and the biochemistry that's surging through the body. You know, when worry or anger or fear are commonplace in our human experience, then the body actually starts to memorize those states, of course. And then, unfortunately, it actually starts to crave the chemicals that the body is coursing with when you're either worried or angry or, whatever. So I was saying this the other day, all these practices, whether it's Qigong or breathwork or whatever that we do in IP, they're pattern disruptors. So you're getting in there and you're introducing new options. You're putting a different feast on the banquet table so that you can nourish yourself with the nectar versus, becoming better and poisoning yourself with worry. I know firsthand. So let's do this thing. Take a stand, heels slightly in, not fully in, but slightly in at about 40-degree angle here. Find your bear claws. Find the bear claws. Now we're going to take the forearms parallel as I'm demonstrating over to the side. And I'm going to pike my left knee towards the right inner knee. And right about here, I'm twisting. Did you see that work? I'm twisting my spine. And I'm going to curl my bear paws in towards my heart. And I'm going to shake off my paws. Get the worry out of the spleen. And we've got a healing sound here for this form. And it's like HU. So curl your head in towards the middle dantian of your heart. Now turn your bear head to look forward. And now take the parallel forearms up. Cross your wrists here momentarily. Find the squat. Pack the chi into your lower dantian, your low belly, and your pelvic floor. Now create a parallel alignment in the forearms. Find your bear paws. Make the fists activate. Bring a lot of energy. Pack the energy into your fists. Curl your right knee and toe in towards the inside of the left knee and torque your chest so that you're still oriented in a forward-facing direction. So the kidneys, ribs, and lungs are still stacked east-west. All right, now shake the paws, curl the paws, shake the whole forearm, shake the whole arm, and curl the paw in, both of them, towards the heart. And tuck your bear head in towards the middle dantian of the heart. Look forward, inhale. And come back up. Inhale, other side. Forward. Good. Straighten the legs, come back through to center, part the energy. Onto the side. Are you feeling it? Take a moment, nerve flossing. So another beautiful form, I'm just going to do a quick time check. Fantastic. Another beautiful form for working with the Da Ling point, as I promised this morning. Oh, I love this form. It's called Deer Lifts Its Antlers. So this form and the next couple of forms that I'm going to be sharing with you are what are called road forms. So if we had been in a room together, and the room was of course large enough to accommodate the process, I would have us sort of circumambulate around the space and do these forms in a dynamic manner, which is really awesome, and an incredible team building experience. experience. So, you know, if you really want to throw a wild card at your next team building meeting, you could introduce some Qigong road forms and really blow them out of the water. Alas, here we are at the Lighthouse Studio and practicing virtually. So I'm not gonna do it in a dynamic way, but with respect to the lineage, I wanted to let you know that that this is how we would typically be practicing it, but I have modified it for us today, which in fact is fabulous for us as learners, because in some ways it makes it a little bit more accessible. So this is big love medicine, guys, for your kidneys. Again, so we're draining the kidneys, but we're also nourishing the kidneys. And so anytime you work with a Daling point and you soothe your spirit, you soothe your shun, then your kidneys feel that immediate support and warmth, and that is good for the immunity. So watch here. I'm going to kick my right leg forward, and I'm going to bring my right hand to the back of the right kidney with the palm facing out. I'm going to give you a few variations. So if you're feeling spent, you can do a very gentle elder deer. Now I'm going to kind of flourish the Daling. You see the gentle, graceful movement of the left middle fingertip. So staying with this. Otherwise, hinge. I'm going to bend my left knee in order to do so in a harmonious manner in the body, and then coming up. So grounding. Now notice this transition in the hand. This is important. And then hinging. And then the last embellishment, when you come all the way up, maybe you want to, from the area behind the heart, so the kidneys are still really spacious, you can tip back. And then come back through and ground the chi through the lifted antler, turn it back around and prepare to begin again. And then at a certain point, we'll reverse. Okay, this is so beautiful. Remember your breathing. We'll do it for a couple of times just with natural breathing, and then I'll introduce the healing sound. Right leg out, please. Feel the toes in contact with the floor. Bring your right hand to the back of the right kidney with the palm of the hand facing away. First iteration, left antler, reaching down alongside the inner left thigh, and then take the antler up while lifting up and out of your pelvis. Up and out of the daimai. Feel lots and lots of chi radiating out of this pelvic girdle, and then ground it down. So stay with that. Up and down. Otherwise, down and then all the way up and down. Remember to keep activating the Daling. Flourish through the left palm antler. Hinge. Lots of buoyancy in the lower dantian and in the middle dantian, and now with our head lower than the heart. Such good medicine. With the head lower than the heart, feel the chi really nourishing the third dantian at the brow center. Now remember, you can lift up a little bit here from the area behind the heart. Hinge. Come back through. Ground the chi through the points of the descending left antler. Daling is so alive. Flourish it. Hinge. So I want to do it one more time with the healing sound, which is siu. Okay? I'm sorry, that's not the right healing sound. It's chue. It helps if I tell you the right thing. Chue. Okay, so inhale and exhale. Chue. 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 Good. Come to center. the right deer leg in and the left deer leg will kick forward. And we'll pass the arms into a reversed posture. Left back of the left hand is behind your left kidney, palm is facing away. All right, so first iteration, right antler is going forward. Right away, come in contact with the darling. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Feel the darling. Inhale. Exhale. Otherwise, full fold with the grace of the deer, the innocence of the deer. And coming up. You're doing great. And descending. Hinging. Remember, you can stay in that first form. Lifting your antler, flourishing, incredible aliveness, exquisite presence in the darling and the tip of the right middle finger, all the way up, tipping back from the area behind the heart. Open the wind point beneath it or between your shoulders. Come back through to center. Now let's work with the chue every time we exhale, okay? Don't worry about where the inhale and the exhale land, but let the inhale be deep and effective, and let the exhale be the same. So, one more. Clarity codes all the way through. Student of what is moving through you. Pay attention. Where your attention goes, that's where your energy flows. Pay attention. Step the left leg in and then the right leg in and face forward. Pay attention to what is thawing out. Be a student of what is being taught through you. What are the revelations that are landing? Take a moment. We're going to move into the realm of the monkey. I love these monkey forms. They're really playful. So if you've been in any part of the world where monkeys, call it home in a natural habitat kind of a context, you'll recognize that the monkey is totally fearless and very playful, and they're very cheeky. They're thieves, and they're so loyal and sweet and adorable and remarkable the way that they tend to each other. I hope each of you at some point in your life journey have been able to witness that, because it's incredible. So I'm gonna give you this next form, which is called monkey turns its head to look at the moon. So this is another one of these draining forms. So we're draining the excess. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to give you the demonstration. Again, this would be a road form, so we would typically be walking like monkeys around the room, which is just so much fun. But I'm going to do it, in a still form expression for today, so that we can practice it virtually, and you're still going to get all of the goodness from it. So I think perhaps a diagonal view will be best. So I'm going to bend my little monkey legs, and I'm going to take my arms out, and here I am, working with the lung meridian again. I'm working with the wind point between the shoulders. Now I'm going to make monkey mudra, which is the joining of the thumb with the tips of the other fingers. It's like the G knives that we were doing yesterday in the rabbit springs form. So I've conjoined all those points. Now I'm going to come to the ball and toe of my right foot, and I'm going to plug my right inner knee into the left inner knee, and I'm going to twist to the side, and I'm bringing in the back of my left hand onto my left kidney, and I'm going to take this monkey mudra of my lower hand, and 3 times, 1, 2, 3, I'm gently tapping to activate the point right above the head, which is bringing an incredible amount of clarity, draining, clarity for the liver, clarity for the kidneys, and I'm turning my little monkey head to look back, up, and over my left elbow. I'm looking back at the moon. And then I'm going to open up, and I'm going to do it on the other side. So notice how I'm kind of flourishing through the wrists. I'm hiking my left knee towards the right inner knee. I'm bringing the back of my right hand onto the right kidney, and I've got the fingers of that monkey mudra pointing to the sky, and 3 times above the left ear, which is my bottom ear. 1, 2, 3. All the while, I'm taking the stretch all the way through the eyes. So I'm looking, I'm working the medicine of the movement through the subtlest, most sophisticated, sublime dimensions of my anatomy, taking it all the way through the eyes, turning the monkey head to look back at the moon. So let's do it. You don't have to turn to the diagonal. I'm simply doing that so that hopefully you can see as many little details as possible. So find neutral, standing in exquisite presence, exquisite beingness, with a buoyancy of heart, ready for this monkey frolic. Okay, so find your monkey mudra, open your heart, and then bring the right knee to the left inner knee. Left hand to the back of the left kidney. Look back towards the left elbow, and then take the stretch of the eyes up. Tap 3 times just above the right ear. 1, 2, 3. Bring the right foot flat. Keep a deep bend, as deep as you can, through the knees, open. Be a student of what is being taught through you. What are you feeling? Who are you becoming? And then left knee to the right inner knee. Find the monkey mudra. Take the stretch all the way through the eyes. A triple tap above the left ear. 1, 2, 3. Bring the left foot flat. Inhale, open. And then right knee to the left inner knee. And take the stretch. See if you can bend. Super deep into it. Back of the left hand to the top of the left kidney. A triple tap with the monkey mudra just above the right ear. 1, 2, 3. Right foot flat. Inhale, open it up. And then left inner knee to the right inner knee. Bend the knees as much as you comfortably can. Back of the right hand above the right kidney. 1, 2, 3. 1. Opening up. And then once more on each side without all of my babble. Come through to center. I'm going to give you one more form. This is not a road form. This is snake. So as I'm just kind of feeling into the collective field, I feel like maybe a little bit more medicine for the spleen would be good. Again, when we work with draining the spleen, then we're letting out all of the worry. So watch here. You've got a variety variety of different stop points that you can honor and acknowledge as you learn it and as you embody it. So watch here. There is no personhood in this practice. Zero. So much medicine. Emptying out, draining any excess from the spleen. Whoops, as I fall. Okay, let's try this. Even if we only have time to do it on one side, I want to give you this form before I set you free into the practicum aspect of this journey. Remember that your replays are your reactivators. You can go back. It'll be live probably by tomorrow or the next day on integratives.org. Go back and revisit these tools. Learn them, know them, be them. They will help you, I promise. I promise this stuff works. So take a stand. Take both of your hands to the right and lift up, wake up the right foot. And then make a circle in front of your body. And now lift the left foot. And both palms are facing up and the elbows are alongside the ribs. Now I'm going to bring my left foot flat. And I'm going to take the snake of the right arm up at a diagonal. And now reverse. Take the snake of the left arm up at a diagonal and bring your right hand to your heart. Maybe you want to stay here. Or slowly bring the right hand down. Developing the muscle of attention, releasing worry. I'm orienting my toes of my left foot to face forward as much as possible. So I'm constantly checking in with the connective tissues, the upper thighs, inner thighs, back of the thighs. Maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you want to bring the right forearm down. And then reach the right forearm towards the toes of the right foot and reach your left arm back. Now bring your right hand back so it's underneath your heart and lift up a little bit higher. Orient the right heel in and then reach with the right snake arm. Take the left snake arm way back, open the heart. Now bring your left hand to the left shoulder and reach it forward. See if you could drop your head back. Bring the right arm up, bring the spine up, gaze is up, palms are together. Good. And stick the feet together. And bring the hands down. And then we'll twist the hands, take both hands to the left and up and over to the right. Palms up, elbows are tucked. And then take the left arm forward and the left leg back. And then take the right snake arm up. And bring the left hand to the heart. Not sure what this song is that just came on. Stay here. Spleen medicine. Take the the left hand down and stay here. Empty force. Stay here or bring the left forearm down. Or reach the left fingers towards the left toes. Stay here or reach the right arm back. Open the shoulders, open the wind point, open the guide pay. feel the darling. Now bring the left hand back and come back up with the pelvis. Feel a soft sense of strength in your belly. Turn your left heel in and take the left arm out and beyond the left knee. I know this is elaborate. It's powerful medicine. I don't know if I'm in the screen. That little skip was not part of the form. I just wanted to make sure you could fully see me. So now bring the right hand to the shoulder. And then reach. Look back. Feel the darling. Open up the life force in the hands. Feel the flow even though you're stabilized. Now bring the left hand up. Bring the spine up. Keep the gaze up. Join the hands. Turn your left toes to face forward and step the feet back together. So one of the gifts of that snake form, as it challenges us tremendously, one of the gifts is that it empowers us to keep saying yes, to keep, rubbing up against the things that we've been protecting ourselves from. To say yes to that. And feel how you are blasting like a quasar radiant right now. Bring your feet to the width of your hips. Hands in front of the lower dantian. An absence of resistance. The body is still, but the inner body is flowing. The radiant body is flowing. Chi body is flowing, and your soul body is exquisitely aligned with your breath. Consolidating and concentrating the chi in your navel so as to maintain this elevated frequency, so as to maintain an open heart. Concentrating and consolidating the chi in the brow center, which is the original residence for the Shun, for your spirit. Concentrating and consolidating, feeling a kind of accumulation of light energy. So, our professional sitting lifestyles as modern Americans, especially in the COVID world, we are accumulating an immensity of stagnation. And, stagnation is the foundation of all pathology. So we want to, as many times a day as we can, every 2 hours, have a 10-minute, chi flow of some kind. Like, take care of your vehicle. It's the only one you're gonna get. So a moment of wei chi before we call it closed. So lift the hands up to the level of your heart. Relax, surrender the buttock bones down, the length of the back of the thighs. Now, orient the palms, please, so they're facing away from your body. Isn't that a nice feeling? Stay in the feeling, not the story, but the feeling. Pass the hands up, overhead, back, behind the head. Inhale, exhale. Hands in front of the lower dantian. Lift the energy, please, up to the middle dantian. Palms of your hands facing away from your body. How beautiful. Wei Chi, lifeguard practices, guardian energy. Create a tunic of well-being around your body, tuning up the field around your body. Pass the hands over the head, back behind the head. Relax the shoulders, feel your shoulders moving east, west, opening up the wind point between your shoulders. And one more without any language. so much. Sat Nam.